I have a spiritual perspective of singing, which is like train the body and then let go and be a vessel, like a conduit for a higher energy. And so I think I felt, in the years of singing with a full band, really in touch with that. And I felt like I noticed that high notes would soar out more easily if I really went into that space of surrender and the idea of like letting a higher energy through. And so, I started to really practice this idea of myself as a vessel, and that whether it was like, I ended up speaking with a lot of women in the community that felt like my presence felt empowering to them, like seeing a woman lead singer with
just
an all-male band. And like,
yeah.
So it was interesting to notice it was doing something energetically for women in the community. But also I think that I had intentions for my singing. I wanted it to kind of help, move stuck energy in people. A lot of the songs then were like dance songs. So it's like people are moving on the dance floor. And it's sort of like, I even thought about my own voice in my own singing practice, again, as a meditation, thought about the chakra system and how to open and let that kundalini energy flow up and through, and just kind of like let that kind of inner release happen. And the idea, I think of singers, there's a lot of projection that happens onto singers, But I thought...
What do you mean, projection onto singers?
Well, I mean,
like from the audience?
Yeah, like people see the singer, they relate to the singer.
Yeah.
But I've learned that the role of the singer is to take people on an emotional journey. So sort of the more in touch I was with emotion and also my own inner experience of that freedom and release, I feel like that energetically starts to shift the audience. And so it's like, okay, I was the willing person to kind of to go in that inward journey with the hopes that it would affect people in a positive way. So I started practicing the idea of myself as a vessel during those singing years. And that has spilled over into my other work. Again, when I teach workshops, I prepare. I train. We talk about train the body and then let go. So I prepare, but I make a loose plan. And I let kind of spirit dictate what's actually going to happen. And it's a combination of like being really centered in myself, tuning into the energy of the people in the room, their body language, noticing their spark, noticing their confusion, and tuning in that way. But also I sort of get this little guiding voice come in from time to time that says, hey, this next song is really what's needed right now to get the energy to move. And so it's sort of this practice of like, of being in tune with oneself, with other people, and then a higher guiding presence. And so it's a beautiful practice. I would say though that I get a similar kind of joy. You asked like how the emotional effects. I would say singing as a performer is there's a little more pressure. It's more pressure. It's kind of on you. You got to memorize the words. You've got to be on point. I've got to do my warm-ups. And I would say that my life has shifted a bit more into song leading, where it's about everybody in the room singing. And it's not just about the singer who does that thing up there and then the dancers. It's about actually we can all do it. We can all actually be that vessel and that conduit. We can all actually open those energy centers in the body. We can all experience that, the release and the joy. And so for me, it feels possibly more important to be putting people in touch with those experiences right now.